So my dear learners, welcome to this mathematics lesson, and today I want us to look at formation of quadratic equation. I have a question here whereby we are going to form a quadratic equation and we'll be able to solve for it. Just before I will do this question, let us have a recap of what a quadratic equation looks like that. So you find that quadratic equation is of the form ax squared plus bx plus c is equal to 0, whereby a, b and c, these are constant values. So from this question, two positive numbers differ by 3, and the sum of their squares is 89. Find the numbers. So we need to assign those two numbers variables, two variables and non-variables in which we have to find it. So we say let the numbers be x and y. So we have these as the two numbers x and y. And the question is, they are all positive numbers. So two positive numbers, they differ by 3. So the difference of the two numbers is 3. So if we take x and y, x minus y, it will give 3. We call it the first equation. Then from other statement that we can write, the sum of their squares is, the sum of the squares of the two numbers is 89. So x squared is the sum, so plus y squared is equal to 89. We call this the second equation. So we have formed two equations. If we look at equation 1, we can make y the subject of the formula. So if we rewrite it such that y is the subject of the formula, y will be equal to x minus 3. We call this the third equation. We have formed third equation from equation 1. Then from there, we are going to substitute equation 3 into equation 2. Whenever we have y, we substitute with x minus 3. So the next step will be, so the second equation is x squared, that is x squared plus y squared is equal to 89. So we have x squared plus y is x minus 3. So we substitute. So we have y, that is x minus 3 into bracket, we square it. Will be equal to 89. From there, we are going to open the bracket, and this is and we are going to square it. So we have x squared plus, if you use quadratic identities to expand, which is much easier, then we shall have, this will be x squared minus 2 multiplied by 3 multiplied by x. So that will be minus 6x, then plus 9 will be equal to 89. From here, we add the like terms. So we have x squared plus x squared is 2x squared, then minus 6x. Take 89 to the left hand side, that will be 9 minus 89, which will be minus 80, will be equal to 0. So we can simplify through by dividing by 2, because we can see the coefficient of the x squared and x, they are what? They are all even, so we can divided by 2 each term, so that is simplified, so that is x squared minus 3x minus 40 is equal to 0. Now we have formed a quadratic equation. So this is a quadratic equation that we have formed. So we need to solve for x. We are going to use factorization method to solve this. Also, you can use quadratic formula to solve or completing square method to solve. But let us use factorization method to solve this equation. So we need to find the product of AC. And the product of AC, since it is of this form, whereby A is 1 and C is minus 40. So the product is minus 40. Then we need to find the factors of 40 such that when we are going to add it, it will give us minus 3. Minus 3. So and the factors of 40, minus 40 will be, we have 8 and 5. 8 times 5 is 40. But which one will be the negative? 8 times 5. So which number will take the negative sign? Because it has to be minus. When we add the 2, should be minus 3. Plus 8 plus 5 will be minus 3. So this will be the factor. So from here we write it in the expanded form. That will be x squared minus 8x plus 5x minus 40 is equal to 0. So from there, we take into pairs and we factor out. So take into pair, we take into pair. So this is the factor of x, x squared minus 8x, the 2. Common factor is x. So we have x, then x squared divided by x is x, minus 8x divided by x is minus 8. Close the bracket. Then the second part, common factor, 5x and minus 40. Common factor will be 5. 5 is common. So we have plus 5. 5x divided by 5 is x. Minus 40 divided by 5 is minus 8. Is equal to 0. Now, in this case, whatever is in the bracket is common. So we are going to rewrite it as x plus 5, x plus 5, bracket, multiplied by x minus 8 is equal to 0. So from that particular point, it simply means x plus 5 is equal to 0 or x minus 8 is equal to 0. X plus 5 is equal to 0 simply means that x will be equal to minus 5 and the other one x will be equal to 8. But since we have been told that there are two positive numbers, we consider 8, we ignore the negative number. So x is 8. For us also to find the other number, y is equal to x. Y is equal to x minus 3. Therefore, y will be what? X is 8. 8 minus 3. So we have 5. So the two numbers are 8 and 5. And that is the correct answer. So class, so that's how you solve a quadratic equation from a word problem or from a word question problem. So thank you, as I see you next time.